Let's check out Sam Darnold's interceptions from yesterday versus the Rams. This first one, I'm not going to say is entirely on Sam. We got to tip our hat to the defense a little bit, but Sam could have some fault in it. You're going to see a curl, it's kind of like a deep sit down there, flat, go, flat. We got man coverage out of the defense. Everybody's up over their guy. We've got two deep, it looks like. Maybe this guy's going to come under and be a robber for that single high man coverage. But right now, you just kind of see all your men locked up, two deep safeties. On the snap of the ball, you're going to see this safety is kind of sitting to cut off any inbreakers from JSN, just dropping in that window, bracketing him more or less on any inbreaker routes. Once JSN clears, though, is where you see the magic. JSN's gone. Now the safety is following the quarterback's eyes. And if we go back, you'll see, actually we can just even look this way. Sam's eyes stay to the left the whole entire time. So he gets out, eyes are facing this way, eyes are facing this way, eyes are still here, and ball's released. So when we go back to the other view, we get JSN running a deep ball. This defender now comes off and is just following the quarterback's eyes. What Sam sees originally is a deep player. Thinks he has a deep player over here. You got your man, you got your man. So he sees nobody underneath to stop the curl. What he doesn't see is that safety coming into the picture. Right? So, yes, you want to say it's all on Sam Darnold, but really the picture he saw was that he had no underneath help, and he had the opportunity to throw that ball. Safety makes a great play getting over and making himself a part of the action instead of covering grass to eliminate the free play. Tip your hat to the defense. Sometimes they just play better. Interception number 2 comes down to really situation and then pass protection. We're going to get some elongated smash concept where you're running a corner and he's going to end up running an out or like a kind of maybe a comeback-ish. It's not important, but I'm going to draw it. Right, putting that corner in a bind, trying to get outside of the inside safety. But Sam doesn't have time to see it developed. We're going to see on the back end, we got a stunt right here, and then we're going to wrap around. When we do that, our guard turns his shoulders entirely, right? He's engaged into that block, turns his shoulders. Once his shoulders are square, he's running the loop, perfect timing, going to get the quarterback. Back over to the play, we see high and outside leverage, probably not what we want to throw that ball into, but we really don't have time. So we're kind of throwing it to the guy we trust the most, and by far that's JSN at this point. So when we come and see a guy in our face, up and outside, should kind of mark this off. We got the second route coming on the toes of the safety, getting deep. That would be our second read. And if we don't like that, you got a high-low coming over the middle of the field. But we don't have time to get to the second, third, fourth decision. It's third down. We don't want to take a sack. We want to give ourselves an opportunity. Really, we probably should just take the sack and live to play another down. Interceptions are going to change the field position. Not really something we want to do. Not blaming Sam entirely. It's a team effort. You got to have the protection get to the pass. Sometimes we just got to take a sack and know that throwing the ball into danger is worse than eating. Interception number 3, not going to place too much blame on anybody. We're going to call it another nice football play on the defense. Obviously, routes are run how they're taught inside the locker room. I'm not somebody to be able to critique on that. Or ball placement. I'm not the quarterback. I've never been a quarterback. That's somebody else's job to judge. But just watching the football play, we got half to this field, quarters over here, and then this safety ends up moving outside the numbers. We have our seam coming on the tight end, and he tries to bend it inside, as you see after the interception, but this is just a good play on the safety of playing both routes. He gets outside of the numbers. Sam sees him outside the numbers, but once the hands are off the ball, he sits so he can play both. So much cushion over number 1 already. He's not threatened. He's ready to play back on the inside once you try to attack this wide open space right here. And he does. Once that ball is thrown, he puts his foot in the ground, drives to where it's going to go. You see Arroyo coming up for the ball. He's bending in. I mean, obviously, he's playing with the route or the defender underneath him first. He wasn't looking at the guy to see him coming in. But that safety just made a better play to get there first. Right? You look at it from the back view. Guess you can't see it from the back view. So right here, you see Arroyo. He starts to bend it. Gets to the middle of the numbers, and then you see that loop right there. So his eyes got his head down, facing that way. He goes to look up for the ball. That safety is already driving on him. And boom, pick. So just watch this safety one more time. Again, gets outside to go play over the top of both vertical releases. You see him open his hips and get towards that corner. Playing smart football. Once the hands are off the ball, he is stopped. Right? Now he's squared up, ready to play wherever the ball goes. Puts his foot in the ground and drives. Great football play by the safety. I mean, sometimes, again, you got to tip your hat to the other team. 2 players are playing football. Your guy can't be the best every time. 4th and final interception by Sam Darnold. You'll see he wanted to go to the top of the screen. We're going to get a deep out. We're just going to get kind of like a hitch right there. When you snap the ball, he gets his eyes over to the right away, just kind of looking to see what he has down low. Then he gets his eyes hard to the left, which we can tell is the concept that we're hoping to get. When he gets out of his drop, he's set on that hitch. We have nobody open yet, but he can see the flat player. He can see the hook player taking both the underneath. If he had one more second to hitch again, he'd see JSN coming outside with the ability to get behind this defender who's focused on the hitch route. In my personal philosophy belief, I think Sam should have been still dropping, right? Obviously, it's a 3rd down and a quick throw. You want them to be ready to go. But I also think that you need to be dropping until you're ready to throw the ball. Like that timing of the route should be when I hitch, I'm ready to throw, or when I plant the last step, I'm ready to throw, and then work through my read as I get down. And you see if he would kept dropping back, he would get away from the rush. He'd see the out route over there, and he'd try to throw it over to JSN. But that is not what happens. We're stuck with people coming at us. As you'll see, we're going to get slants over here, and we're going to get Puna to wrap around, former Seahawk as well. So those players take the lineman with them, and then we're going to come right through this open gap. And this is where I think he should take 2 more steps if he really wanted to get to that out route over there, right? Don't drop and be set before he's ready to throw. Be dropping and then plant your foot and rip that ball. But nope, now he gets off that concept because he sees a wide open gap coming. If he would have had time to throw, he would have been able to check over here where he doesn't see the route. Right, so let's say he doesn't like those. Oh, see, Arroyo's still down. So even then, it's like, how is he going to get off it? Right, but when he's coming off, he slips and he's able to come back there for the check down or the middle of the field right there. But he's stopped. He's got his feet waiting for somebody to come get him. He's focused on the pass rush. He doesn't have time to see JSN come over. His check down fell, so it's not ready to come out now that he's ready to get out of the pocket anymore anyways. So now he's panicking and trying to make a play. That play leads to the defender having time to undercut it, make the interception, And even the sad part is it looks like he could have escaped, but we have two of our linemen blocking each other. So he steps up. Normally, he would run through that gap right there, and we just call it good. But now you see Gray blocking Bradford. Sam tries to go there for a second, sees that it's blocked, and then he pulls up and does a jump shot. At a desperate time of the game, doing desperate stuff to get first downs. It's third. You got to do what you got to do. It just sucks that, one, it had to happen in such a good game, but two, little details that Kurt Warner talks about. I honestly think on this one we might have been able to hit the out route if we would have kept our timing with our foot, our drop. And I'm not the coach. I'm not the quarterback. I don't know what's in the game plan. It's definitely not a criticism. Just views that we're watching after the fact. Monday morning quarterback. We got all the answers with the eye on the sky. But, it's hard to lose those games when your offense has those 4 interceptions. I like the locker room rallying around him after the fact. That shows the team camaraderie that everyone has, that one little bump in the road is not going to end it, and it shouldn't end it for the fans either. We should be excited for how well our defense did. We should be excited for how well our offense did despite the turnovers, right? When we had the ball, we were able to move it. So all around, not what we wanted to, but definitely progress and things that we can look at to use for the playoffs.